The pros and cons of the XMAXX. Number one con being the price. Okay, outside of that, it's a bad-ass rig. Why? Because they make tons of parts for it. Hot racing, T-bone, whatever you want, like the XMAXX is fully supported. You know what I mean? So many guys love it and so many guys hate it. For sure, I'm doing this video because one of my guys wanted me to review it and give you guys, let's take the body off. Give you guys a quick rundown. My opinion, forest compatible. This is the 8S version. It has a wheelie bar. Let's look at the internals. Absolutely gorgeous. I got my stock body. The bodies aren't, they aren't bad price. I did make this body for it real quick. I got kind of that smoky, like Mortal Kombat smoke. That kind of look going here. I put a Traxxas sticker on the back. Clipless body mounting system, of course, with these. I put one on the other body and I put one on this body. I put the X in the back for XMAXX. Very easy system to run. Great rig, man. I think overall it's one of the best monster truck out there looking. Now another con I'd give is the nimbleness of it. It doesn't jump that good. It kind of toes down a little bit when you jump in the front, and it's not like the best jumping rig. But it's heavy, 21 pounds running. The Colossus jumps a little bit better. I started off with a controversial video of that, comparing it to my St. Colossus, 6S. But I think overall, the engineering, the ease of wrenching, the part support, everything, and just the overall looks. They now sell Proline trenchers for this bad boy. They do have the MX-43 Lokes, the Badlands, which are dope. They make a Chevy Silverado body for it. They make a Ford Raptor body for it. They make all sorts of badass stuff for this rig. Is it fast? Hell yeah, it's fast. You bump this thing up, you could hit at least 60 miles per hour once you get it geared up. That is, even with the stock system, Now, out of the box, when you get it, 42, 43, it's fast, super fast. You could bash with it, do what you want with it, and it's still very good. And it comes with a fan, big old can system. Some people, put this on 12S. I think that's a little too much. It's not worth it. I think what you get out of the box is absolutely good already for what it is. So more of the pros would be the absolute gorgeousness of the truck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's got some huge ass shocks. It's got a nice ride height. TSM controller. That it comes with. You're looking at good Traxxas stability management. Durable. People have been jumping in. Easy to replace parts. A lot of upgrades. You have unlimited access to different companies out there that could support it. The name, just the XMAXX, nothing really beats it right now. Will there be cars in the future or trucks in the future that will beat it? Possibly. But for what it is, it says a lot when you own a dang XMAXX, period. I think the number one pro is the torque biasing system. It's like got this cool, nice, drivetrain torque biasing system on it that makes it an awesome truck, you know what I'm saying? And it's super fast for what it is, It's huge, man. Look at this thing. It's just like, it's super beastly for what it is. It's super torquey. I think it's bad the way it drives, man. With this gearing especially. For what it is, check it out. I think it's bad for what it is. It's one of the best trucks on the market. It is my favorite, I'll admit. Especially on this gearing. On this gearing, it's just badass. For what it is, Another pro, what I was gonna say was the ability to drag your kids on a wagon. Because it's so heavy and so torquey that you could drag any of your kids on it and it will be badass. I'm barely feathering it. This thing is fast, man. I'm barely feathering it. It's freaking an animal. I gotta brake it because I don't want to like crash on this corner, busy street. Super torquey for what it is, you know. You don't need no super hobby wing max system. It's super torquey already. You just feather it. Check it out. Look at that. Barely tapping it. Barely tapping it. Anyways, guys, yeah, that's the XMAXX quick little look. Some guy wanted me to make it, asking me what the pros and the cons is of this badass truck, and I'm showing you the power real quick. I don't want to make it too long, but damn, it looks gorgeous. One of my favorite trucks. You guys have a great day. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any other questions, ask me. I mean, the name says enough in itself, and you guys see it ran real low. But this thing is torquey when you get this. I think out of the box, you're missing out if you don't gear it up. You got to gear it up because it is the shit. So after running it about 30 minutes, you know, fully charged, force batteries, is there any heat issues? It's not bad. You know, the ESC's not that hot. I don't have that technical, you know, thermal meter check laser or whatever, but I do have, I mean, it has a heat sink already, and it does have a cooling fan, and it works great. I mean, you gear it up and it's not going to overheat on you if you're just running on the street like I do, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a bad thing to do. I think if you're, as long as you're not going to run it on grass and just run the thing out crazy, it won't overheat on you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could run the street back and forth like, you know, 50 times. It gets a little hot, but it hasn't thermal shutdown even on me. I mean, the E-Revo 116 scales thermal shutdown more than this thing, you know, so I think it's a good truck in all itself. So if you're gonna buy it, I would say if you could afford it, definitely get it. It's the best monster truck out there is. Now, compared to the San Colossus for the price, I think that's practicality is definitely more worth it because you're gonna get better jumps. It's gonna flip easier. It's lighter, twin vertical plate. But if you want the monstrosity, the big beefy arms, shocks, and just the overall engineering, like when you're wrenching, you're gonna get more satisfaction out of this truck, especially when you're dragging things going uphill. I'm gonna demonstrate that later with the San Colossus 6S, how that this truck definitely goes uphill better, because I already tried it, but I just don't have time to go to my spot right now to show you. But it does climb better, it tows better, it's stronger. It's just, obviously you get the 8S system, you know, you're paying for all that stuff. But anyways, guys, that's my quick rundown on the pros and cons. Some of y'all did want to hear my opinion, so I'm gonna give it, and I appreciate you guys watching. All right, late.